I've never taken the left too seriously on guns. I know they want them. I never felt like they had the power to get them. Now, I'm not so sure anymore.
Well, what the left has done and the anti-gun groups have done very successfully is create a campaign and a messaging that is very influential. This is part of the culture war. This is part of what you're seeing with the cancel culture. They have made owning guns and the gun itself the problem, as opposed to the behavior and the criminal behavior that we all know that is actually behind all of the violence. We don't have a gun violence problem. We have a violence problem.
Okay, why don't the American people see this, or do they see it? I guess my question is, how many of the average Joe, I know how Dianna Muller feels, I know how I feel, and I know how the left-wing nutballs feel. Does the average voter still realize that this Second Amendment is the only thing keeping the wolves at bay?
Well, I think the problem there being is that you have a conglomerate of people that, between the medias, the ITs, and everybody is working together a lockstep when it comes to messaging against this. And then they're censoring the people like myself and others that could be telling a different narrative. So they're definitely controlling what Americans hear and what they feel. And the media is definitely the most effective devil in America, and they're teaching people and preaching and indoctrinating people to believe this narrative, and it doesn't always necessarily mean it's the truth. It can be everything from the Second Amendment and guns to police officers and how you're supposed to feel about them, to the vaccines, to lots of different things. The media has so much power right now, and they showed that. They flexed their muscles after the January 6th incident. So it's very scary, and it's very bizarre times that we're living in, that we're watching what's going on. These people who are preaching that guns are bad and walls are bad are surrounding themselves with walls and guns. So the irony is thick.
Dianna, what do we make about them talking about things like going after the NRA? And it's not really about the NRA, but going after gun manufacturers, going after gun rights groups. What I can't seem to nail down is, what does that actually mean?
Well, like I've said, they've done a great job of marketing the anti-gun, the anti-NRA, like the NRA is a bad guy. The NRA is me. I am the NRA. And it's built of people just like me, gun owners who preach safety, who preach education. So when they've just done a great job of demonizing and vilifying the NRA. And it's really up to our side to be vocal and be heard and be seen. When we conceal carry, that's kind of working against us. When, as conservatives, if we don't want to go out and make a scene and do a rally and carry a sign, that's working against us. When we don't want to run for local office, when we don't want to take the reins back and put conservative, constitutionally sound people on school boards, that's working against us, and it's working in their favor. So our side is going to have to do a little bit more than what we've done in the past and go a little bit more on the offense. So like the DC Project, we have a free download. If anybody's interested in it, it's dcproject.info. We have a free download, a one-pager that talks to you about how to have this difficult conversation with your friends, your families, and your communities, anybody really. And it talks about how, we all want safety. We all want the same thing. It's just that we believe that education, not legislation, is the key.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.